This is a sad and tragic day for all Victorians.
It's a job where you send them out to it. There's always an element of danger. However, you just expect them to come home again. And on this occasion, they didn't.
All they were doing in the early hours of Sunday was going about their duties, protecting the public of Victoria.
The officers were searching for armed robbers as part of a special operation when they were gunned down in suburban Moorabbin just after 12:30 this morning.
Mr Comrie described the murders as a shocking attack on law and order by desperate and dangerous people.
Police have warned the killer is almost certain to be desperate and dangerous.
Melbourne, 1998. On a cold winter's night in the suburb of Moorabbin, two young policemen with everything to live for were executed in cold blood. This is the story of the hunt for their killers.
It's a jungle out there.
I recommend centre half forward. I mean, everybody loves you, but you're not under pressure to score a big bag of goals like the full forward. Then again, if you want the exercise, you could always be an on-baller. I mean, those blokes must run 10 miles a game. Basically, it comes down to size, mate. And if you're 6'3", and I've got the Richmond scout knocking on my door, I'm going to say my son Jimmy is a key position man.
Shame if James wants to be a ballet dancer.
Oh, now, Mum, don't get getting ideas in his head.
Oh, you really have to work tonight? Well, show me how to light the pilot light before you go.
I'll do it.
I should know how to do it.
And what do you think I'm here for?
Okay, listen up. I'm Mark Butterworth, Armed Robbery Squad. Welcome to Operation Hamada. Tonight, you good and sober policemen of C District are going to help us catch two very bad crooks who've been running wild for 7 years. It all started on a Friday night.
Get on the ground! Put your bucket money! Open the till! Open the till! Pull it out!
There were two of them wearing masks. Presidents Nixon and Reagan. Although they also do gorillas, balaclavas, pantyhose, baseball caps, etc. Job one, they lifted 7 grand and in the process put the fear of God into the staff.
Yeah, not if they're Buddhists, Mark. Buddhists don't believe in God.
Thanks for that, Noble Sergeant Sill. During the next 3 years, they struck 28 times that we know of.
Is this all it is? Huh? Well, you better raise your prices, mate.
Then they went quiet for some reason, and 3 years later they are back. Same MO. They strike late, tie people up with duct tape, scare them shitless.
Ah, what do we got here? Chilled Vietnamese chick.
A month ago, they hit the Green Papaya in Surrey Hills.
Very interesting.
The older bloke, the talker, he gave the manager a message for us.
When the cops turn up, tell them Lucifer was here.
Law of averages, they're due to strike this weekend. So you lot are going to spend your Saturday night staking out these establishments in case they do. It's a miracle Lucifer and his mate haven't killed anybody yet. We don't stop them, then they surely will.
Couple of crooks in there stuffing their ugly faces.
What, our guys?
Nah, I think they're waiting for a deal. Eastern European, Lebanese. Remind me to do an intel report later, eh? Sorry to mention it. How's the new bub?
Brilliant. Just,
Yeah?
You ought to try it.
I don't think I've met the mother of my kids yet.
Really? A man with your style, I mean, thought you'd be knocking them off with a stick.
Mate, I carry 2 sticks on me at all times.
Oh, bugger. Looks like we're out of luck.
What do you want to do? Do you want to take an early mark or lend a hand elsewhere?
You know me, Gary. I live to serve.
You boys getting lonely? Hey, you catch the final score, Frankie? You owe me $10.
Yeah, 35 points, eh?
Hey, there's another entrance from the underground car park. Anything could be going on down there.
Sounds like us. All right, sayonara, ladies.
Alrighty. Want to see his picture? Oh, look at this one.
Hey, look at him.
Gets his looks from his mum.
Yeah? I didn't realise Carmel was bald.
Gentlemen, we've got company.
Rabbin 403, stay where you are. Come on, it's gotta be our guys.
You get the reg out, Gary?
Negative, can't get close enough.
I think he must have been running rocket fuel.
404 to 403, they've given us the slip. We're heading back.
It must have been our guys.
Look, maybe not. Maybe our guys are back at the Silky Emperor right now. Come on, let it go, Rod. Let's just go back and check it out.
There's that barbecue pork I can smell. Jeez, I'm hungry, mate.
Hey, Frank. Shut up. Oh, shit, he's back for a second go.
Nah, that's a different car.
It's the same bloody Honda, Frank.
Mate, that is a Hyundai. Moorabbin 403 to Moorabbin 404, there is a dark-coloured Hyundai coming down the ramp. Heads up, boys.
Look how slow this guy's going. He's on the prowl for sure.
Give him a hand.
If they want to help, they'll ask for it, mate.
.404 to 403, we've just turned into Cochrane's Road. Looks like a single occupant. We're going to pull him over.
Twiddle our thumbs then.
Yep, single occupant.
Not our night.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Oh, Jesus, Frank, they're shooting at him!
Christ. He's dead.
Where's Rod? Roddy! Rod! Rod Miller!
His gun's still in the holster.
Maybe they took him. Moorabbin 403. We got one member down, one member missing.
Where's Rod Miller? I want him bloody found!
Moorabbin 406. We have possibly a dark-coloured small car.
Oi! Over here! He's over here!
Help. Can't breathe. Fucked.
You're not gonna die.
You're gonna be fine, mate.
Two of them. One was on foot. 6 foot. Check it, Jet.
Huh?
Dark Highlander.
Cheltenham 206. The ambulance has cleared for the second member. Roger, Cheltenham 206. The second member has been transported
away. Road's closed, mate. What's your business here?
I'm in charge.
Inspector.
Sergeant.
It's our fault. Hamada was an armed robbery operation. We drafted these men from normal duties and we put them in danger.
Goes with the job.
Unacceptable danger.
What do we know so far?
Moorabbin 403 got a glimpse of the driver as they drove out of the car park. He was medium build, shoulder-length hair, 3-day stubble, European, possibly Middle Eastern, 170 centimetres, although Rod Miller said 6 foot. They said he looked relaxed. That's it.
Fuck all.
Where's his day book?
I could have taken it. Some kind of souvenir, maybe, but I don't know.
It's windscreen glass. From the killer's car?
We're guessing Rod Miller took a shot at them as they drove off.
They didn't radio in?
No. We weren't using Intergraph. We were on 52 DBP for security's sake.
In case your bandits had scanners?
Trying to keep traffic to a minimum.
Do you mind?
What? No.
I used to write down rego numbers on my hands. Nothing.
Mrs. Miller, sorry to wake you.
I was awake. What's wrong?
Detective Inspector,
What a terrible, terrible night.
Sir, Graham.
Paul?
Been thinking about Wall Street. It's been 10 years since Tynan and Eyre were murdered.
I know. History repeats. I want you to head up the task force.
Sir, I'm the duty inspector tonight. There are others far more experienced.
The best investigator in the state, Paul. Pick your own team, run it your own way. We'll back you 100%.
We can't afford another failure like Wall Street. You will catch these men.
Attention, please, to all members on this channel. I am sorry to report to you that Senior Constable Rodney Miller died at the Monash Medical Centre at 0439 hours.
You will catch these men.
I would like you aboard Lorimer, if you're willing. You'd be running your own crew, reporting to me and Graham Collins. Thank you. Dean Thomas is on board.
Is that Bull Thomas's boy? How old is he?
Hey, he's old enough. Donald, you know Graham Collins, my 2IC.
Graham, how are you?
No, any developments, Paul?
It's early days.
Just want to let you know, my boys are ready and willing to man the phones if you're short-handed.
Special Operations Group swapping assault rifles for phones. Nice.
When can you start?
Not immediately.
Here we go.
From interstate and overseas, family, friends, colleagues and strangers gathered to farewell Sergeant Gary Silk. It was a heartbreaking return to the academy from which he graduated 13 years ago. Outside, thousands heard Ian Silk tell of his brother's dedication to the force. Finally, the ultimate honour. Shoulder to shoulder for more than a kilometre, hundreds of officers reflected on the ultimate sacrifice they're all at risk of being asked to pay.
Premier Jeff Kennett had for the killers this message.
Just be assured that all the resources of the state will be brought to bear to find you out and to bring you to trial.
I can't promise an arrest. But what I can offer is a guarantee that we will never stop trying to find them.
We can't ask for more than that. Gary wouldn't expect more than that.
No, nor would Rod. He understood how difficult investigations can be.
You know the score. If we don't identify the offenders within 48 hours, it could take years. I need a team that can run all day. People who never get tired of chasing the ball. Is that you?
Yes.
Dean Thomas, everyone. Remember, you are working for your mates. Not just Gary Silk and Rod Miller, you're working for every serving officer in Victoria. You're also working for Constable Damien Eyre and Constable Steve Tynan. You know their names. 10 years ago, they were murdered in cold blood in Wall Street, South Yarra. And we never locked anyone up for that one. This time we will. I've asked these gentlemen to help us. Introduce yourselves, please.
We're from Armed Robbers. Mark Butterworth.
Steve Beanland.
Joe Darlow. Hamada was our op, and before anybody says we're responsible, we already know that.
No matter how hard you blokes work to solve this thing, we'll work harder. That's a promise.
Graham?
Okay, the first rule of Task Force Lorimer is do not assume anything. You check everything twice. At this moment, we've got twin lines of inquiry. First of all, we've identified the killer's car as being a dark Hyundai hatchback. But what's the first rule of Lorimer?
Do not assume anything.
Right. Second one is why these gentlemen are here. Catch the restaurant bandits, we catch our killers.
Your time starts now.
I'm a snake charmer, baby. To whistle in my hair. I'm a snake charmer, darling. To whistle in my hair. Keep it. Shut up. Yeah.
So nobody knows who these pricks are?
Someone does. Wife, girlfriend, fence.
We've shut down every crook in Melbourne.
Well, all they got to do is give us a name and we'll back off.
And how can they give them up if they don't know who the hell they are? Huh?
I'm taking you back to the night of Saturday the 15th. So you're parked outside BBC Hardware and you're watching the restaurant across the road. Can you see its name?
The Silky Emperor.
Can you remember the car's number plate, Frank?
At first, we thought it was the same Honda back again, but it was a different car.
How tall would you say he was?
About 170 centimetres.
Shoulder length, dark hair.
Just stubbly growth.
6 foot. Checked shirt. Yeah.
Gary was shot 3 times. First shot to the chest, second shot to the pelvis, smashing a vertebrae, third shot to the skull was fatal. The second and third round was from a different gun.
2 shooters?
Or one man with 2 guns?
Now, Rod was shot once. The bullet entered his body under his left armpit and exited at his right hip.
Explain the trajectory.
Well, the theory is Rod was at the back of the Hyundai. He had the gunman inside the car shooting over the top of the front seat, through the rear window. First shot, smashes the glass. Rod ducks down. Second shot, hits him.
Anything helpful with the bullets?
Twisted out of shape from impacting on bone, they're useless. However, Rod did return 4 shots, but we've only recovered 3, so I figure the final round might have lodged in the Hyundai's bodywork.
Too much to hope it lodged in someone's skull.
It's definitely Korean manufacture. The Japs use a thicker glass and generally tinted. So it's probably a Hyundai XL, either 3 or 5 door.
Well, that's great work, Mick, thanks.
How many out there?
About 35,000 registered in Australia.
Wouldn't you be wise to add more experience to the team?
It's all about fresh thinking.
You know, some of them look like school kids, Paul.
It's like a football team. Older players don't always work as hard for the kicks as the young guns. I've told them they're getting their weekends off and to take leave when it's due.
So you're worried about burnout?
Well, you can only run on adrenaline for so long. And passion's running pretty high at the moment. I've sent a team to South Korea to research Hyundais.
What's that going to cost? Fine, it's fine. Whatever you need. Just get me a result, Paul. I went out on a limb for you.
July 18th was the Green Papaya and August 15th, the Silky Emperor.
Now, the Green Papaya was the Lucifer crack, yes?
Yeah.
When the cops turn up, tell them Lucifer was here.
In July, he throws down a challenge to us. In August, he works up to murder. Does our Lucifer have a grudge against police?
Let's look at everybody who's lodged a complaint with ethical standards, the ombudsman, that sort of thing.
What if these guys aren't the restaurant robbers? What if it's unrelated? I mean, they could be, I don't know, interstate drug runners who just happen to be in the area.
Hey, Skip. Got a report of a girl who just bought a replacement rear windscreen for a Hyundai XL.
Ah.
That's it? Number 8. Detective Sergeant Ritchie, Lorimer Task Force. Who owns this vehicle?
Me, why?
And what's your name?
Nicole Debs?
Cole, has this vehicle been damaged recently?
No.
Well, then why was a rear windscreen purchased for it yesterday?
Look, it was Dad who busted it.
Your dad? What happened?
Yeah, his wagon was in for a service, so he needed to borrow mine to do a tiling job. I don't know what happened. He said he had these long tiling things, like metal strip things in the back sticking out. Slams a hatch on him and smashes the window to bits.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
So your dad, what's his name?
Ben Darley, Debs. Everyone calls him Ben.
Okay.
He's not home.
Got his mobile number?
He's not got it with him today.
You just tell him what he called.
Yeah, don't you worry, I will.
I know Ben Darley Debs. He's nothing. A low-level thief. He's a bottom feeder.
Yeah, you got him on a handling charge back in '79.
As in uniform, he must have been in nappies.
So what? Forget about him?
But you don't forget about him, you get a statement out of him. Check every detail, twice.
Shut the fuck up! Oi! Oi! Quiet, you little bitch!
Can we go? It's all right.
Yeah, my daughter told me you was here.
So could you tell us how you broke the windscreen in that car, Mr. Debs?
Yeah, well, my wagon was off the road, so I had to use hers to do this job over in Jaguar Close. And I had these fucking brass tiling strips in the back, and it was too long for the car. You know, when I slammed the hatch, they went straight through the back window.
And when was this?
Last Wednesday.
What were you doing on the 15th?
That was the night them cops got shot. I did a job in Noble Park during the day, and then I think I just kicked back with the family and had a few brews.
Any objection if we take a look at your phone records?
Why?
Oh, it's just something we like to do.
If I can find them.
We'll arrange to pick them up.
Okay. Read and sign this if it's correct, sir.
Colleague heard a whisper about an individual who was in Moorabbin on the night of the 15th.
Colleague? Meaning fellow sex offender or fellow murderer?
I'm told this individual was driving a stolen dark blue Honda Civic. He was pursued by your colleagues, if I have it right.
Does this individual have a name?
Depends on what you want to put on the table. I have a list of what I consider to be totally reasonable requests.
Fuck is... Go, 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 go!
I'm breaking into her cars for a living, yeah? It's how I earn a quid.
That what you were doing in the Silky Emperor car park? Working?
I was cruising around the car park looking for stock. Suddenly, I spot this VS Commodore with two blokes in it. Cops. So I got out of there pretty quick. Commodore stuck with me for a bit, then I lost him on Warrigal Road.
Did you happen to come back an hour later then for another look?
No! I was at home shitting myself. Plus, I heard all that shots fired stuff on the scanner.
Yeah, well, this is the time to come clean, mate. Don't plead not guilty and then have us prove you're lying, because judges, they hate that shit.
I'm not lying.
Did you shoot Gary Silk and Rod Miller?
No, it's not in me nature.
Oh. Blood will flow. Shooting cops sounds exactly your speed.
Oh, that's bullshit. I'm a thief, man.
Well, we'll need blood and hair for DNA testing. Oh, and your earwax.
Earwax? Why?
Well, your filthy air preserves gunshot residue for months.
This is going to cost 20 million by the time we're done. Do you reckon we go to the same amount of trouble if they weren't cops?
We're protecting the uniform. The thin blue line between order and chaos.
Update on our Nazi car thief. He was home in bed when the shots were fired. He's got a neighbour with insomnia and a telescope.
Haven't you people got homes to go to?
Want to hear something weird? Nicole Debs has put another rear window for her car.
Another one?
What happened was I installed the first one myself. I used silicone. Yeah. Great job, Ben, I thought, except that the bastard blew out when Nicole was driving it. Isn't that right, kitten? Oh, what are you doing having a sticky beak? Go back inside. Next time we got a professional to install the little fucker.
And don't forget you still owe me, Dad.
So you managed to round up those phone records we asked for?
Yeah, I'll just go and get them for you.
So.
Bang, bang. Shh.
So who do you think
Inspector, when do you expect to make an arrest?
I can't say. I don't have a crystal ball.
Well, how long are you going to keep looking for these men? Months? Years?
As long as it takes.
Paul, John Sylvester from The Age. Do you think your task force is going to be better resourced and better supported than Wall Street was?
I'm not here to discuss Wall Street.
Well, is that a yes or a no?
We have everything we need, thank you.
Is that all we get?
When I have something to say, I'll say it.
Inspector! We're reporting here, live from the steps.
Paul, not only do we have to do this one better than Wall Street, we have to be seen to do it better.
Wall Street was a mess because there was no clear chain of authority. Too many chiefs, too many conflicting opinions.
That's why I want you and you alone talking to the media regularly.
Even if I've got nothing to say.
Oh, 2 coppers are dead. The public wants to know what we're going to do about it. So does the chief, so does the minister, so does the premier. Now, would it kill you to release the occasional harmless snippet of information?
Graham, if you want a PR campaign, I'm not the man. Put the Bendali Debs case to me.
All right, Debs has a proven record of dishonesty. I point to his 1979 conviction for handling. Further to that, 3 years ago, he pleaded guilty to stealing that spare wheel from the car yard in Ferntree Gully. He received a bond and no conviction was recorded, but it's worth noting that he led the police on a chase through 3 suburbs before he was caught. Now, his daughter, Nicole, owns a dark blue Hyundai XL, which is an exact match for our missing vehicle. Coincidence? Who's to say that he isn't our bloke?
Against?
Skip, Ben Debs is a tradesman who works for a living. He's got a wife, he's got 5 kids and a mortgage. And a dog named Pebbles. Is that the profile of a cop killer? He pays his taxes, he pays his bills. He bought the Hyundai quite legitimately for his daughter Nicole's 18th birthday. Is that the profile of a guy that cold-bloodedly murders 2 cops just to avoid being questioned for minor robbery matters? I mean, surely if he was that guy, the first thing he'd do is dispose of the car, right? No match.
Let's find out who's right. Put the dogs on him.
Up there, Gazali. In there and fight. Like an angel.
Oh, your thumb? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's... Ah! Okay. Good on you, doll.
Identity thief, maybe, but public enemy number one? Nah.
I still want to see the car.
You better not put one fucking scratch on it, mate.
For the fucking umpteenth time, I parked the car, I pulled out a bucket of black label glue and some other stuff from the back.
Did you hear what I said? Not one scratch.
Yeah, tools and shit. And I was in a hurry, I remember, and I slammed the hatch, bang, there was fucking glass everywhere.
Well, where exactly?
Yeah, in the back. It all just went fucking crashed down in the back, you know. Bloody mess. And then I drove home and then I gave Nicole the money to buy a new one.
Yeah, he did.
Which you fitted?
Yeah, which blew out a few days later. Oh, and I remember something else. I know where those cops got shot.
What do you mean?
You know that chink restaurant, the silky, you know, thingamajig.
The Silky Emperor?
Yeah. I did a job there a few years back. I tiled their bloody kitchen.
The rear windscreen fragments from Nicole Deb's XL don't match the samples from Cochrane's Road. That means it's not her car. This is not the killer's Hyundai.
What are you looking at me for? Find me a killer.
First time in here?
No, of course not. It's gorgeous, eh? That your sister, is she?
Guess who was warming your table at Foodies that night?
Foodies?
What's Foodies?
The hamburger joint across the road from the Korean barbecue. Nick the Russian Radev, a mate of his they call Greaseball.
Radev? I thought Radev was in stir.
Nope, paroled 3 weeks earlier. My informant's grandson is mixed up in his amphet business. He says Radev was there to make a deal.
Hi.
Hi. 2 black coffees with milk, thanks.
Yep.
Fuck you, Chief. Look at him.
Narc?
Oh, what fuck would I know? Shall I ask him?
Yeah. So, what time do you knock off?
Sorry?
What time do you finish?
Why are you asking?
Oh, some mean and nasty hombres around these parts.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a big girl.
Good to know.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Right. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Word is, 2 hours later, Radev hunted Rod and Gary down.
I drove into the car park of the Silky Emperor just to lure them out.
I killed 2 police just because they interrupted a drug deal.
Maybe there was more to it.
Gary ever bust him?
I'm not sure, but 2 weeks later, there was an aggravated burg on a house in Northcote. Do you remember it? 3 offenders in balaclavas.
It was a shakedown. One of them shoved a gun in a 5-year-old's mouth.
That's right. Special response are looking at Radev.
So the reckless act of a man who's already killed 2 cops.
His weapon of choice, a Bulldog 38, the right caliber. Okay, so, car pulls up here, under this broken streetlight, deliberately, The driver waits in the vehicle till the cop car pulls up behind them, and Gary and Rod get out. Rod stays at the back of the car. Gary comes to the front to speak with the driver. Gary then crosses to the front of the car, passenger steps out. Rod pulls out his firearm, takes shots at the passenger fleeing. Driver then jumps into the car, grabs his pistol.
Why?
Well, maybe Gary didn't realise what he'd stumbled across. Maybe Radab assumed that he did.
So we bring them in, apply the blowtorch to their hairy bellies.
Just Radab. Divide and conquer.
Piss off. G'day, mate.
I told you I lost my gun.
After you killed 2 police
What
officers?
for? I kill policemen for.
You tell us, Radab.
I tell you, go have good fuck with yourself.
What happened at Foodies? You saw Sergeant Silk. What happened?
Did you enjoy putting a gun in a child's mouth?
I know nothing about this thing.
Your mate Greaseball said you did.
Okay. I tell you who killed police.
Mm-hmm.
You forget about this thing. We have deal.
No, I don't do deals. Read that for me, aloud.
Tell them
Lucifer.
Lucifer. Tell them Lucifer was here.
You tell me the truth. While it counts.
Greaseball.
What?
Come on, fuck. You know this fat fuck. Greaseball. Fat fuck.
Leave me alone! What do you want? You have the wrong man! I tell you, you have the wrong man!
You don't want to talk to us, Mr. Greaseball, huh?
Nikolai Radev lies! Because Nikolai Radev knows who the real killer is!
Oh, yeah, surprises.
Nikolai Radev!
Oh, okay. Well, they're both bloody compulsive liars, and they hate each other's guts, so you can't trust a word they say. But, you know, I mean, we can't rule them out.
What's their motivation?
Hatred.
Killing a cop. You know you're going to bring down the biggest sheriff shit of all time on your head?
You think these idiots stop to consider the consequences?
Not the right guys, Dino.
Go back to your desk. You've got your own work to do, yes? Well, how have you been keeping?
Okay, considering. Jimmy's not sleeping doesn't help. Guess all you can do is just take it one day at a time. It's a cliche, I know. How's progress your end?
It's a little slower than we'd like, but I'm hoping Santa might bring us something special, though. I'm sorry, I can't say anymore.
Oh, Merry Christmas anyway. You've got to have faith at this time of year, don't you?
Yes. He could grow up to be anything, couldn't he? Prime Minister, Nobel Prize winner, Captain of Carlton.
Carlton? He'd have Roddy spinning in his grave. He won't even remember him.
You can tell him his father was respected by every single member of Victorian Police.
I was working hospital not far from here. I work as a nurse and I just finished my shift.
Who does she belong to?
Radev, regular customer. Says that she saw him at 12:15 that night to buy some pills, personal use only.
12:15. Where?
Service station in Warrigal Road. Says that she had to go the long way around because there were too many cops in the area.
So, immediately after committing a double murder, police swarming all around the place, he takes time out to do a $100 drug deal.
How'd you go, mate?
Imagine this. Imagine a plank of wood this wide, lying on the ground. What if I asked you to walk the length of it without stepping off or touching the ground? Could you do it? Of course you can. Every single time. But what happens if we suspend that plank of wood 100 feet in the air and we ask you to do it again? You can't do it, can you? You can't do it because you're scared of falling. Fear of failure is the rust that corrodes commitment and endeavour. Once a team believes it's going to lose, it does lose. You understand? Yes. Yeah. You want me to tell you how to catch these crooks? Yeah. You want me to tell you?
The thing is, they're not.
Sorry?
Crooks. Professional crooks.
You already know the answer. You were taught the answer at the academy.
They're doing it for fun. Those robberies last year, and they netted what? 30-odd grand.
Just over.
And it's working for your teammates.
Lucifer's in it for the kicks.
That's how you win.
Where are you going?
Wherever you're going.
Jump in. We'll talk about it.
In memory of Sergeant Gary Michael Silk, registered number 24685, and Senior Constable Rodney James Miller, registered number 29276, tragically shot and killed in the performance of their duty at Moorabbin on the 16th day of August, 1998.
We're going to start again. Go back to the beginning. Look at the crime scene again, the victims again, the robberies, the killers' cars. Forget everything you think you know. Look at it as a clean sheet.
Sheet.
Too hard for you?
No, it's just...
Leave now. Go.
Well, I was just joking.
I told you I wanted stayers.
Yeah, but
I'm serious. Go now. Good luck with the rest of your career. Today is day one.
Captain Bligh.
Captain Bligh. I feel old.
You look old. Old and beaten down.
And sick. Get fucked. You and the horse that you rode in on.
And the horse you rode in on.
How exactly do we start again? Do we go back to last year? Pull out robbery number 1 again?
Last year.
Robbery number 1 7 bloody years ago, Junior.
First time Lucifer went around.
How many robberies in that first lot? 28?
Yeah. So what are we going to do? Drag every last bastard out again? Look at all the witness statements? There'll be millions.
Do you remember that one where that bloke chucked a tinny at that robber's car?
Palm Beach restaurant, Patterson Lakes, October something, 1994.
The famous Mark Butterworth photographic memory.
Waste of a perfectly good tinny.
Get back here!
I need a brand new man to give good loving for me. Don't want somebody to hold my hand. I want someone to understand.
86, 86. That's not the 92.
I need a man.
And it ended up on the Titanic.
I need a man. Strongly.
What are we?
Make me scream. I need a man. Oh,
There's something funny about that getaway car. Remember, Mark?
Yeah, it belongs to a gorilla.
A gorilla?
Jason Manuel Giller. 18 years old, tyre fitter.
Saturday, October 8, 1994. Jason Manuel Giller drives his four-door laser to the new hotel in Dandenong for a few drinks and bumps into an old mate. An hour later, he offers the mate and his girlfriend a lift home, goes outside, car's gone. Stolen, he claims to police later.
Yep. Definitely sus.
It sounds okay to me.
But you're young and trusting and naive. And you're wearing a fucking homicide tie. You're an armed robber's son. You don't wear puffy homicide ties.
Hey, when he was interviewed, the general impression was that Giller, the gorilla, only pretended to be shocked when told the car was used in a robbery. B, he bought another car almost immediately with cash, doesn't even bother to wait and see if the old one's recovered. C, he matches the description of the second Palm Beach robber.
And that's when the first series of robberies stopped?
Yep, for whatever reason.
How old was he? 17? I mean, maybe he just got shit scared and bailed out.
From the mouths of babes.
Didn't know you boys could read. Hey, that top number. I recognise it. Whose is it?
Dunno. That kid Giller's most frequently dialed.
We think Debs and Giller were the original robbers. And Giller got a scare, lost his nerve.
And last year, found himself a new partner.
Debs is Lucifer.
Why doesn't his car match the glass on Cochrane's Road? Is it possible you made a mistake?
These are highly sophisticated scientific instruments. It is not guesswork.
How many pieces of glass did you recover from the Debs Hyundai?
Well, I was on leave.
53.
How many did we actually test?
Theoretically, it's only necessary to test a few.
How many?
3.
How about we go back and retest all 53, Edward?
A second round of window tests indicate that the Debs Hyundai cannot be ruled out after all. According to the refractive index, half the fragments are consistent with gunshot damage, which puts Bandali Debs back into the frame. And for that, we can thank the arm robbers.
Boys. Hey, bags on there for the arrest.
I said we can't exclude Debs. We are light years away from arresting him. Our task now is to prove whether or not he is our Lucifer. Graham.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to swear an oath of silence. No one's to know that we're looking for Debs. I mean, no one. Once the warrants are through, we're going to off his phone and install LDs in his house, his cars, his kids' cars, his garage, and 3 foot up his arse if he looks the other way long enough. The idea is to catch him bragging about the night that he took out 2 cops.
Let's get to work.
All right, let's go.
See my stress,
God, every bloody time.
Come on!
Yes,
You, young lad, you're coming with
the
me.
other one. The lip. Where is
Oh, come on.
Right, leave it. God's sake.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll just follow you. Just follow her. That's when I call for you. I've been working the whole day long, getting older while you stay young. Give me shelter, the night is dark. Live forever. Did your father say what time he was going to be home?
What do I look like, his fucking social secretary?
Geez, you've got a mouth on you, and you didn't get it from me. Hello. Hi, Reed. It's me. How you doing?
Don't ask, Doc. The chilblains are playing up again.
Oh, no, again.
Listen to this, listen to this. Can you play that back? Have a listen to this. All right?
Geez, you've got a mouth on you, and you didn't get it from me. Hi, Reed. It's me. How you doing?
Don't ask, Doc. The chilblains are playing up again.
Oh, no, again?
Now, this is Dorothy Debs on the phone to Rita Giller. It's Jason Giller's mum, okay?
You know what Mama used to do with hers?
Yeah, I've tried rubbing it with raw
Mama, were there sisters-in-law?
No, they're sisters, apparently. This means if Debs is Lucifer, then his first partner was his own bloody nephew.
And he replaced him with his daughter's boyfriend.
Keep your hands up, you cockhead moron.
Can we watch something else, please?
Hey, Ben, you know them townhouses where I'm working? Ben.
What?
Townhouses I'm working on.
Well, the ones over in Warrandyte, what about them?
It's not Warrandyte, you fuckhead. It's One Turner. God help us.
It's a fucking open house. No security. All you gotta do is cut the fence, walk in, walk out with your arms full. Fucking beautiful, Ben.
Very interesting.
Squeeze those pimples. You could end up with scars. Logie winner, AFI winner, you name it, my next guest has done everything. Police in this magazine are doing that. It's never me. Got a headache? Maybe. What? I don't want to. Police are please. My videotape that was in Melbourne. While in Brisbane, she starred in the world premiere of the play.
So, how's the new job going, mate? Okay. I like Hungry Jacks.
Burgers are better than at Macca's, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know where they keep the safe at that joint? Yeah.
Or maybe I'll knock it over. What do you reckon? They got cameras? You know, CCTV?
Yeah.
Oh, it won't matter if we're wearing masks. I reckon clown masks would be the way to go. What do you reckon? Or how about Ronald McDonald? Kiss the floor, kids. Give him nightmares for life.
Give it to the manager. Big time.
What, you don't like him?
Nah. He's an arsehole.
Or maybe I could single him out for special attention. What do you reckon? Cut off his finger. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah.
I'm worried about that boy. Got to put a rocket up his ass to get a civil word out of him.
It's a phase. All teenagers go through it.
Girls never did.
Well, that's because they were too busy sucking up to their daddy.
Guess what? I got a fat.
Too bad.
I said.
I'm not in the mood.
Where are you going?
Gippsland?
Gippsland? What a coincidence. I'm going there too.
Yeah?
Get in.
Thanks.
There you go. Right. Gippsland. Gippsland. We're both off to Gippsland. You don't often see girls hitchhiking on their own. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet they are all over you like flies. I'm John.
Sabrina.
Hello, Sabrina. It's a pretty name for a pretty girl. I like European girls. They're very honest with your needs. I'm very honest with my needs too. Shit. Hey! 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 Fuck! Hey!
Help!
And they all just fell down like spaghetti.
On the ground!
when you pick up spaghetti and it just, it just drops. But it's no good when you laugh.
Yeah.
No, serious. Because, you know why? They get confident.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Sheila playing around on the chairs laughing their head off?
No, that wasn't me that time, Ben.
Wasn't you?
No.
Oh, yeah. She thought I was joking.
She wouldn't lie down. I should have put a rod in her mouth and blown her fucking brains out.
There's no noise. Swear to God.
You stick it in and click.
All there is just skin splattered everywhere.
Fuck.
July 94, Casey's Restaurant, Berwick. One of the victims, a woman, thought it was a joke. She refused to lie down on the floor. It's Deb's and Nicole's boyfriend, Jason Roberts, talking yesterday. Well, we've nailed him.
The problem is, Mark, that this isn't actual proof that he killed Cecil Miller.
The car, this, the Jason Giller link. Are you seriously suggesting we have got the wrong man?
I need him to spell it out explicitly, unambiguously. Otherwise, we may as well just call this Walsh Street Mark II.
Hey. Merry Christmas.
Who taught you basic right and wrong, Graham? Your parents?
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, the family unit, that's where it all begins, isn't it? But you can't blame your parents for everything. Listen, Paul. Why don't you take a few days off, eh? Spend some time with your own.
That has to be the way to get to him. Through his family.
What do we do?
Just relax. It's probably just a fucking RBT or something. What did I do?
We're interested in your vehicle. You the registered owner of the vehicle?
I am.
Can I see your license, please? Pop the hatch for us, please.
Why? What you fucking looking for?
Mate, a vehicle just like this one was used in a very serious crime.
Hey, look at me, I'm a nurse.
Right.
I'm a respectable member of the community, for fuck's sake. Good night.
Mrs. Sutherland? We'd like to talk to your son.
Which one?
Robert.
They said they wanted to talk to Robert because somebody told them that he would know who killed 2 policemen.
They said that.
Then they asked me if I know anybody owns a Hyundai. Hey, I don't know cars. Then they asked if I had more children, and I said I have 1 boy in Melbourne. That's all I could tell them. We are not criminals.
Mum, just don't worry, all right? Just don't worry. It's nothing, all right? Look, I'll talk to you later.
You worried?
No, I'm not worried. Not worried about a thing. Just wonder why they want to talk to Robert. I'm not worried because I know he's on drugs.
Yeah, besides, nobody's seen nothing.
Nobody's seen a thing. 1 in the head.
This is close to an admission.
Tell that to a jury. I want someone to leak a story. We're moving the search for the Hyundai interstate because we've drawn a blank here in Victoria.
Well, won't that take the pressure off them, Skip?
Exactly. Hopefully they'll relax and tell us something we can use.
What about 1 in the head?
Which means what?
Shooting Gary Silk in the head, obviously. That's what it means.
Any decent barrister would tear that statement to shreds. Detective Beanland, how do we know that Mr. Debs isn't referring to a boxing match? Now listen to me, all of you. Whenever you think you've got enough, remember Wall Street. We'll only get one chance. So think like a defence lawyer. You're the leaker.
Fucking idiots.
You're in the clear, Dad.
You don't understand how they solve cases, Joanne. Sometimes it's after 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, when they go and search places.
Yeah, but what are they going to find?
Fuck all. Them things disappeared. You know, what we used.
Could they be found?
No. One's cut up, the other's in the fucking lake.
Well, they're talking about guns. The disposal of the murder weapon.
Which lake?
Cardinia?
Oh, shit. That's huge.
Skip! Gotta hear this.
Joanne, I don't want to worry you or anything, but I'm telling you straight, in the next 6 months,
We're going to have to get rid of another 2 CPs. And you know why? To make the investigation go stupid.
CPs?
That's his word for cops.
The daughters know all about it.
Police station by now?
All I'm saying is that if this continues, this matter, 2 CPs have got to go.
It'd have to be far across the other side of the city.
yeah, I'm not going to use it.
E-tag or anything like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, killing more police puts a new complexion on it.
It might be just words. There's no law against talking, thank you.
There's more said.
Seriously, I don't reckon there's going to be any.
Dorothy.
What are you doing?
I'm just talking to Bubs.
Can't we just sit here and talk?
Oh, right, so you talk to your daughter and tell her what's fucking going on, but you won't talk to your wife.
Talking about fucking shit.
Will you tease me?
Seriously, do you think I should get rid of the little kid and the mother?
You know, the cop's wife. Make him start thinking it's about, you know, drugs or something else, you know. Something
Personal about him?
Give me one good reason why we don't arrest them today.
I don't have enough proof.
But this strategy of yours, stirring the possums,
Could get more cops killed. I vote we take them down now.
it's very high risk. How can you guarantee they won't do what they say? And it's not just members' lives we're talking about.
It's a risk we have to manage, which is why I've asked Donald to join us. I need more time. We move on them now, they'll walk a committal.
Can you manage it?
Put a SOG unit on standby down the road. And the moment they look like they're tooling up, we shut them down.
I want to see them in the Supreme Court, not the Coroner's Court.
Well, you do your job, and I'll do mine.
Upgrade your surveillance, Paul. I want to know where they are every minute of every day. Forget budget.
It's not true you're looking for the car interstate.
No, it's not.
By the way, Paul, it's Valentine's Day, in case you hadn't noticed. Not too late to send the wife some flowers.
Carmel, where does Jimmy go to crash?
Why?
There's been a threat made against you. And him.
By these men. These murderers.
What threat? To kill you.
Are we safe?
Yes. Crime Stoppers has received a call from an anonymous person who believes he can identify one of the offenders. We believe this person has a substantial degree of credibility, and I would urge him to call us again.
No one was there but
This
us,
is the most significant
cockhead.
lead we've had in 20 months. Once again, I would urge this caller to come forward. I will personally guarantee your anonymity. Your help in this matter could be crucial in solving this crime.
That's good. Yeah.
Good. Why don't we just arrest him? Yeah, bring him in. He's a kid. He'll give up deads in 5 seconds flat.
And you're prepared to gamble the entire investigation, that are you?
That's me. Every bastard who picks up this paper's gonna think it's me.
I don't want to think about this every day of my fucking life.
What? You don't come in here.
Your mother's on the phone. The cops have been bothering her again.
He's a big dinosaur, buddy. Eh? Can you see him? A big T-Rex. Huh? Yeah, that's right.
Babies.
Carmel, hi. I'm a police officer. It's fine. There's no danger.
Police? But how?
We've been shadowing you since Valentine's Day. That's our job.
I had no idea. Thank you.
I didn't know Rod, but everyone says he was a top bloke.
We're going to have to be really careful now with what we do. We're going to have to watch every word, stop talking shit, you know. Yeah. Act like everyday wankers.
Yeah. Maybe I ought to go in and see him. Own up, it looks like me.
Yeah. Because if it was you, you wouldn't be stupid enough to do that, would you? Yeah. Yeah, act like a cockhead.
Yeah, no worries.
Seize the initiative. Ah, very interesting situation, Jason.
Yeah. That's my picture, mate. I mean, you know, it looks exactly like me.
It's pretty close, isn't it?
Oh, when I saw this, I nearly had a fucking heart attack. Me mum went mental.
I can believe it. But it's not you.
Mate, I'm a chippy. Well, an apprentice. I'm no killer.
We're going to have to check you out, you realise that?
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Cocky little turd. Come arrest day, we'll release him immediately. Give him some time on his own without his mate Lucifer telling him what to think.
He might just spill his guts to Nicole, and we'll be recording every word.
One of them had to shoot first. Who's to say it wasn't Jason?
But why did they have to shoot at all?
Maybe that was the plan. If ever we get pulled over, we shoot first.
Jason, can you please state your full name for the tape?
Jason Joseph Roberts.
Just going to ask you a few questions in relation to the deaths of senior...
Oh, what a bunch of fucking cockheads.
No fucking idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I see this picture in the paper.
You know what I done?
What?
When he went out of the room, I put his cup where my cup was.
What, they tried to take your prints?
I don't know. So I swapped the cups around anyway. Oi, it's that time again, Pen.
What?
Time for a job.
What job? Bang bang. I'd love to, mate, but we are red hot.
So? So we go west or something? Wear masks, hit some ching-chong joint or something.
Mate, the D's are all over us.
I kill D's.
I know you do. I know you do.
I killed D's. Go again. I killed D's. I killed detectives.
Even if we could enhance the audio, how do we prove he means detectives?
D could mean dickhead.
Dickhead. You reckon? Okay, fine. I'm going home. You want to sack me? Sack me.
Hello. How you going?
Yeah, good. You?
You caught those people who did that thing?
No, not yet, but pretty positive we'll find them in the end.
And what about the car? You found the car yet?
No, not yet, but we're still looking.
What, you live around here, do you?
No, just on the way to a mate's place, actually. Just stopped by to pick up some stuff.
Oh, yeah?
What about you? You keeping busy? What do you do again?
Oh, I'm flat out, tiling, roofing, plastering. I'm doing a job over in Muralbark at the moment, at KFC there.
Right. Actually, I wanted to have a word again with you soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. About that young bloke that lives with your daughter. Is it Jason?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I see a few issues have been raised about him. I've had a few calls about that photo fit that got released. I'll call you, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. I'll see you around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out where he lives. Well, that stuff about him visiting a friend's bullshit.
Well, you reckon our phones are bugged?
I reckon my mobile is.
Why do you think that?
The other day someone calls and it goes, hello, hello. And they go, oh, it's got the wrong number.
Listen, any stuff you think should go from this place, you get rid of it now. You know what I mean?
It's all good stuff.
If he was visiting a friend, he wouldn't have been in his jogging gear all sweaty and stuff. I don't care what anyone fucking thinks. I'm gonna find out where he lives. And then I'm gonna fix him up. I don't care what anyone fucking thinks. I'm gonna find out where he lives. And then I'm gonna fix him up.
Cannot stand by while this man threatens the lives of police.
We need hard evidence.
It's your call. It's always been your call.
Let's pray we find some. Cool, Sock. Bring them in.
What do you got on today?
Quoting on a factory job in Clayton. Big bucks.
Don't be late home.
5 in the morning and she's whinging already.
G'day, Ben. Hey, Colin.
G'day, Colin. How are you?
Thanks for coming down.
No worries.
This is it. What do you think?
Fuck me, I'd knock the bastard down and start again.
You might just be right.
Sheridan, go. Sheridan. I wanted you to know before you saw it on tonight's news. We've got them.
Today, Lorimer Task Force detectives made 2 arrests in relation to the murders of Sergeant Gary Silk and Senior Constable Rodney Miller.
Gary and Rod.
Gary and Rod.
Rest in peace. Join us.
Oh, they don't need me spoiling their fun.
It's not a request, you dismal sod. Come on.
I still don't know why they did it. Thank you. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you.
Wait till I give the word.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Not too bad. How you going?
You got some business out here tonight, have you?
Oh, I've just been working pretty late, you know, so...
You got a licence I can have a look at, please?